Just the Obama policy on energy ought to indicate that he's unelectable in a second term. America is the Saudi Arabia of coal, of natural gas, and becoming the Saudi Arabia of oil. But because of lawyers and lawsuits, because of rules and regulations, because of the incapability of the Obama administration to exploit our natural energy resources that are available for hundreds of years, we have to keep importing large amounts of oil and importing energy into this country when we have hundreds of years of energy supplies right now until somebody discovers dilithium crystals. Once we have dilithium crystals, we're going to be fine from Star Trek, The Next Generation. But until someone creates dilithium crystals, we have to exploit America's oil, coal, and natural gas. We have more than any country in the world. We can't get at it because of liberals, environmental extremists, and reactionaries that keep us from doing this. If you're driving a truck tonight somewhere in America, or you're driving a car, gasoline is between $3.50 and $4 a gallon because of government taxation and the Obama policy on not building the Keystone Pipeline. The only reason we have a lot of domestic oil production today on private lands is because these wells were authorized by George Bush during the 8 years of his presidency, and it takes 5 to 8 years for these things to come online. The drilling on public lands is down. Gulf of Mexico exploration is down. Off the continental shelves are down, and Alaska is down. If it's public land, it's down. If it's private land, it's slightly up, only because of the Bush administration. Just for that fact alone, how do we continue 4 more years? Are you better off today than you were 4 years ago? And the experts like Schiller and others, I watched CNBC over the weekend. He thinks we're in a 20-year decline of home prices. Most working stiffs have their nest egg in their house, in their home. Values continue to go down precipitously because of employment and because of the lack of job creation. The job engine in this country is small business, but nobody in a small business does well without top-line sales and without a far distant, discrete bureaucracy that leaves that small business owner alone. But just the opposite is true. We have government, local, county, state, and federal, constantly justifying its own existence by investigating and bureaucratically interfering with small businesses on scales that have never happened before. The politicians say one thing and they do another. $1 trillion in student debt. $1 trillion. More than half of the kids graduating next month from colleges will not be employed in their chosen endeavor or well beyond their capabilities, having on average $32,000 in student debt. So you have to move back home. 82% of these kids have got to move back home. When they do that, they don't rent apartments, and they don't buy homes, they don't get married, they don't buy new automobiles, they don't buy refrigerators and computers and television sets and carpets and all the rest that goes into having your own nest. And it's because of the incapability of the federal government to become a partner of private business to help it create jobs. The Obama administration is an impediment. It is a pothole. It is an obstacle. It is stopping small business in its tracks, hoping Obama and his ilk are not reelected in November. For if they are, within 60 to 90 days after his second inaugural, there's going to be a collapse economically in this country of despair, the likes of which we have not seen for 80 years.